Hello, as a tenant, do I need to inform my landlord that I want to renew the lease, or does it renew automatically? In general, it renews automatically. And that's perhaps by at least by virtue of the law, and in some cases, or in if maybe most cases, also by virtue of the contract. So in Dubai, the rental law is drafted in such a way as to, in simple terms, allow for the lease to renew automatically from year to year, unless one or the other party does something otherwise. So unless, for example, the tenant does not want to renew, or unless the landlord wants to terminate, for example, because the tenant breached, or the landlord wants to terminate because, or evict because they're selling the property and they're moving in themselves, and so on and so forth, or because they want to increase rent within the specific rear index, and you are not agreeing to it. But there's the list of eviction by the landlord is fairly limited. And it's because the underlying premise of tenant and landlord relationship is that the lease agreement kind of renews automatically from year to year. So if you just use that particular principle, then it will follow that you don't need to notify the landlord that you have to that you will be renewing the lease. You can just let it kind of roll. Sometimes in certain contracts, the landlord may include a specific provision that the tenant must notify the landlord if they wish to renew or terminate. That particular provision is not technically enforceable because, as I mentioned earlier, the law is such that by default the law allows for the contract to renew. But just be aware that there may be that specific provision in the contract that the landlord may also bring up to your attention. But if you wanted to challenge it, you could challenge that provision as being unenforceable because it contradicts the law.